On this channel, $1 Million Made Easy, we love to run numbers for people. What we do is look at what the S&P 500 has done for the last 100 years. These are the actual returns, and we project ahead what might happen in the future, and ends up being a range. So we have a 46-year-old that has $48,000, can contribute $400 a month. What might they have by the time they're 67? Again, they're 46-year-old, full retirement, full Social Security retirement age is 67. So we're going to be looking at this 21-year column. Would have put in $148,800 over that 21-year period. And how often in the last 100 years would you've come out okay? How much would you've had? Go ahead and run the numbers here. Worst case scenario, you'd have 361,000. The median in this column is 772, and there's a year where you would have 2.4 million. This is the actual breakdown. 60% of the time you'd have 600,000, 49% of the time you'd have 800,000, and 33% of the time you'd have 1 million. They're all color coded accordingly right here. Now, let's see what just adding 3% a year might do. Right now we got a 60, 49, and 33 split for those amounts. 60, 49, and 33. How much difference does that make? 69, 54, and 41. So I'm going to go back to this 0, and I'm going to change this from 400 to $500 a month. Of course, if our goal is to get to $1 million, we'd like to have the percentages be a lot more than 41%. So let's go with $500 a month. Right now we got 41% of the time making it to $1 million. Using the numbers for the last 100 years and projecting ahead, they probably won't be any better or any worse. Here we have the worst case scenario, 418,000. We got the median up to 857,000. We got 44% of the time you get into $1 million. Our channel is called $1 Million Made Easy. That seems to be everybody's goal. Let's go ahead and do $600 a month. We're also going to put a COLA in there, increase this 600 to see if that makes a whole lot of difference. Again, we're looking at the 21-year column when the person's 67 years old. The worst case scenario, 476, the median 942. And now we got 49% of the time you get into the million. Well, let's just do this one thing. Let's just increase that by 3% a year. In other words, 600, 618, and so on. It's increasing the amount you put in by from 199,000 up to 254,000. So an extra $54,000 over that 21-year period. Let's see where we might end up with in a 21-year period. Worst case scenario, 563,000. The median is now over $1 million. The best case scenario is $3 million. 58% of the time you're getting to $1 million given this scenario over 21 years, starting with 48,000. Let's do one more thing. Let's do 700. You can just see it takes you more money when you have a shorter time frame as opposed to if you have 30, 35, or 40 years, even though he has $48,000. Okay, this case scenario, putting in 224,000. The worst case scenario is 534,000. The median is $1 million. 53% of the time you're getting $1 million. Let's do the one more thing here. Let's increase that by 3% a year. This just shows you what we knew this channel. We can run all kinds of numbers. So you can have 700 the first year, 721, and so on. In this case, the worst case scenario over the last 100 years for a 21-year period, you have 616,000. The median of this column is 1.184. Now we're up to 59% of the time getting $1 million, 74% of the time getting 800,000, and 100% of the time getting to 600,000. So those are kind of the numbers we can run for people. No matter what your age is, we want to run numbers for you, but it's really good if you have at least 30 years. But in this case, this is a 46-year-old individual. He does have some saved up. Just wanted to run the numbers to show what you might have using the S&P 500 over the next 21 years. It shows you some of the other ones too, the 25-year column and so on. But that would be, if he's 46, he'd be 71 by then. So we're looking at the full retirement age of 67. But that's what we do in this channel. We run numbers for people. Please consider subscribing. Tell your friends about this channel. We'll run any kind of numbers for them. We love to catch people when they're young. But if you want me to run numbers for you, just give me the following information. your beginning balance, your monthly contribution, and how much you might want to increase that each year. And it's best if we have at least 20 years. We saw a 21-year run in this case, but it's really good if we have 30 or more years because that's when the compounding effect of the S&P 500 can really take off. Again, please consider subscribing, sharing, and liking these videos. Let other people know about this channel. And thanks for watching.